Do you control habits or habits control you? According to the research done in Duke University, more than 40% of our actions that we perform in a day are habits. William James, father of psychology, said, "All our life, so far as it has definite form, is but a habit." So this video is comprised of two parts. First is a theoretical part where we discuss what is a habit and how habits are formed. I know what you're thinking. Don't worry, we will not bore you with some theory stuff. Rather, we will go directly deep into some practical stuff. Some steps that you can directly implement right after watching this video. So what is a habit? When we perform a task for the first time, we use a lot of mental energy and think about it a lot. That is, we use a lot of consciousness to it. But when we perform the task again and again and repeat it more often, we use less consciousness and less mental energy. In doing that, our actions are automatic. So these automatic actions or behavior is referred to as a habit. So how is a habit formed? There are basic three steps which are involved in a habit formation. First is the cue or the trigger, the second is the action, and third is the reward. Now let's understand this with an example. Let's say you went to a friend who smokes and he told you to smoke with him. Now this is a cue, this is a trigger. Now you performed smoking and this is an action. Now the reward that you got from it was that you felt happy and good about it. Now when you go again and again to your friend's house, you see this cue again and you repeat this action and you get a reward. Now this process repeats again and again and it forms kind of loop. Cue, action, reward, cue, action, reward. Now this loop is incomplete without craving. So you tend to crave for the cue so that you can get that reward. That craving is what makes the loop permanent. And it is very difficult to resist that craving. Not even when you have a lot of willpower in you. Because willpower is just like a battery. It is a finite resource. It will drain off. So you can't rely on willpower every time. Hence we recommend some practical steps which are very easy to implement and you can change your life by changing your habits from bad to good ones. The first step is to create awareness. You need to ask these three questions. First, what is your behavior? Second, what is your cue or trigger? Now, the cue can be anything. It can be a person, it can be a place, it can be a time, it can be an emotional state, it can be anything. Then third, you need to figure out what your reward is. That is, what reward you are getting by doing that behavior. So here is my example of what I did when I wanted to change my habit from not cleaning my room and kitchen to cleaning it properly and not procrastinating on it. So the first thing that I did was I asked myself three questions. First, the cue. I asked myself what was the cue that was triggering me to not perform cleaning. So first thing was when I was going home, I felt very tired. I don't wanted to do any other stuff and I don't wanted to cleaning. So I was tired. That was my trigger. Second, my action. I needed to ask this like what was my substitute? If I don't want to do cleaning, then what I wanted to do. So the second thing came out to be that I wanted to use YouTube and browse internet. And the third was my reward. The reward that I got from using laptop was that I felt relaxed and I felt happy about it. So the second step is to identify a new behavior. In my case, my prior behavior was procrastinating and not cleaning my room, and I changed that to my new behavior, which was cleaning the room and utensils. My reward remained the same. While I was procrastinating and using laptop, my reward was that I felt relaxed. And in my new behavior, which was like I was cleaning rooms and utensils and everything, it was like I felt accomplished and I felt like it was a really good feeling and I felt more relaxed because I was feeling accomplished. Step 3 is the most important one. It's about having an incremental change rather than creating an all of a sudden effect. It's about taking baby steps. When I implemented the new behavior of cleaning my room and kitchen, it was very difficult to actually do that. So what I did was I started small. I focused on cleaning clothes one day, so I cleaned only the clothes, and the other day I cleaned all my books and arranged them properly, and the third day what I did was I was focused only on the kitchen part, so I just cleaned all the dishes, and the another day I arranged the dishes. So likewise, I made very small steps, and these small steps helped me to make myself motivated and inspired, so that each day I was doing some small changes and I was feeling good and feeling accomplished. And finally, do remember that you are human, you will make mistake, so be prepared for the worst. In other sense, expect the unexpected. So asking what if question is one of the best solution you can do to prepare yourself for the worst case. So for example, ask, what if something comes up on this day and I'm not able to identify my or implement my new behavior? What will I do then? So what if I don't have sufficient willpower that day and I'll not able to implement my new behavior? What will I do then? So preparing for these moments will make you aware of those moments, and you will not see those moments as negative. Instead, you will admit them and you will start reflecting on it, and that way you may get some good solutions. So do implement these steps. I'm pretty sure it will work out for you. Also, please leave a comment below describing what your habit is and what the cue and the reward for that habit is, and let's inspire each other by these comments. So the ideas that we talked about in this video are taken from the book Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg and Bad Habits No More by Steve Scott.